Good morning. Excuse the noise. So I just went and dropped my car off and waiting to, I'll be waiting to get it back so I can go. Now, it's really humid out this morning. Camera lens fogging up. Yesterday I went to the studio, Twisted Oak Studios, a friend of mine that I grew up with, Dale Abshire, and his buddy Dave, resident engineers there. It's their studio, so it makes sense. They're the engineers. And started recording a new record, and Dale and I got to talking about stuff, and it's odd, I don't want to reveal too much. I'll just reveal that we'll be doing a podcast about stuff we've produced over the years, records and music, and perhaps bringing other local artists. And goodness gracious, that humidity, or the focus, one of the two. That better? Phone? It's dark. The sun's just on the other side of the trailer. So we'll be doing a little podcast. Don't know what it's called yet. If you guys think of any names, the name of the studio is Twisted Oak. So I was thinking maybe like Twisted Sounds, something like that. A podcast about music production and horror stories from the road in the studio. I don't know. Not horror stories, experiences, experiences that you have. Sometimes horror stories, sometimes the best stories. And, there was some, with the studio, he's having a hard time keeping a schedule, so I offered to help him with some scheduling, and the first thing we decided to do was the podcast. So there's another podcast going on in this area. It's actually one of my brother's friend's sons, so he's about my age. He does a media podcast called Super Media Brothers. So if you're into media, nerd media is what they kind of market themselves as, and you can check it out. But they're growing pretty fast. And I gotta go to the school board every year. Since the divorce, I gotta do that for the register my son. Wonder if you thought that was going somewhere different. Gotta register my son for school every year because of the filing, the way that it happened. I gotta because he was underage and not going to school that year, and the Calcasieu Parish School Board has to be constantly reminded of his address. So and I have to go all the way to the top to do that. It's amazing. Straight up to the director or the hearing officer. Goodness. It feels good to get a car. When I got the car to the shop, there was a sign in the parking lot, big sign, about 20 feet up in the air. It says second chance. I thought, wow, how appropriate. I have no idea how I'm going to start generating any income. So, got to look for a job as soon as I get a car. My cowboy friend, not the cowboy that I talk about in videos, he's an actual cowboy named Brian Lee Fontenot, and he's a country and western musician. He's on house arrest right now, but it's not for anything bad. It's just tax shit. Really, honestly, pretty much. And as soon as we can get some gigs, we're going to get some gigs. And I'll take these little side gigs like the studio manager and all that, until I can get zooming around in the car and find a daytime job. And I might go out and busk on the street. I got the permit to do so. Just now kind of realizing that it's my life again. I know that's a deep thing to say, but it's true. That's how I feel. It's like it's my life again. And I can do what I want to do with it. It's a good feeling. I don't feel chained to anything, really. So the second chance thing was just like, I saw the sign. Anyways, also had some thoughts on the introduction. I've got several introductions written for the book, and this morning on the way to the shop, I was thinking of a different way to approach the introduction, and which may also change some of the approaches to the other sections that I've written. I'm going to write them down to see how see how I can get through it with that particular concept in mind as I'm writing. Almost a self-help concept, you know. So there's that. And the bees are still eating the hell out of the porch. I mean, it's just their territory. These carpenter bees are relentless, and every morning I wake up and there's a pile of sawdust on the porch. Little packets of information bursting out randomly. That's what happens that's what happens in the morning with me. You know, I probably have to watch the video a few times. Like, what the hell was he talking about? Anyways, it's Monday, May 20th. I think it's May 20th. No, it's not May 20th. Is it? It's 7 days before that. May 13th. Honestly, don't know. And that's okay. That's what happens when you get cooped up in a house for that long. Lose track of time. Start drawing on the walls. Well, it's a beautiful day here. It's going to get hot as hell, but and this summer is going to be really, really brutal. I can feel it, and I think so can everybody else. So you guys start your week off with the right week. Start your week off with the right. Start your week off right, and I'll see you soon.